M0FXB, welcome to my channel. Xiegu X6100 2023. We're only a few days away from the new year. What do I think about this radio 8 months after purchasing it? Well, I just think it's just got better and better. The latest firmware version is 1.16. Now you need to just check you've got the very latest, because they did bring that out twice because there was a couple of bugs to do with the battery. So all you do to check is just go to System Settings, turn the MFK knob to System Info, select, and then you've got, on my one, it's November the 10th, 2022. Now I've been told there's another one, November the 24th, but I've looked everywhere and I can't find that one. So this is one I've got. So let's go back to the main screen here. Now, you know, they have brought out this new section here, which is showing the FFT audio, which is quite scientific actually, because most of us, do we know what FFT is? I don't. But anyway, I've looked it up, and it's to do with audio and the scientific sort of side of calculating it. Then you've got your oscilloscope that we've seen so many times. Now, regarding the scope, some people say, well, look, they've made this screen smaller on the scope. They have, but they've made it so that when you are looking at signals scrolling down the scope, that you get more information and more color change, and it just looks brilliant. I just love it. Now I do always use mine with an external speaker, and it just sounds so better, so much better. That's with an external, and there's a massive difference. So I always use it with that.
My question. So you will be on, but no broadcast on Sunday.
As far as I can see, they've fixed all the bugs. I mean, I'm not seeing any bugs that I don't like. The tuner just works great. We move away from these people. It's quite busy this morning in the UK. There's people there. There are no gaps. I mean, people say the bands are dead. No, they're not. They're busy. Right, okay, let's put the tuner on. Tunes very quickly. The filters. We've got 1, 2, and 3 default. And they work. They're not filters that don't work. Noise reduction, noise blanker, I've tested it. All works fine to me. General menu, you've got the radio 1 settings. Back here with this button, radio 2. Split mode. ATU, all the buttons on the top as usual. PTT, up and down band, AM, FM, CW, LSB, AB, preamp, attenuator, tuner, VFO memory with tag, AGC, FST for adjusting the frequency that you're on. Just dim that down, it just gets a bit bright. It's a nice bright screen. If you ever want a shortcut to changing the brightness, all you do is just tap this little lock button here, and it's when you're in the normal screen. So just go general. No, go back. That's general, so that you can tap the screen now, like a little shortcut. That it's a lot easier. I use it all the time. Regarding the SWR, so we go app, SWR scan, and there's our SWR scan. You can speed that up if you want, and you can change the span. Exit. That works well. Modem, RTTY. Get this so it's not too bright. RTTY decode, CW decode, and transmit mind. I haven't actually tested the CW decode. I'll do that in a completely separate video. But looking at other reviews and other information, it's working fine. Tested it with my paddle, it worked fine. Lots of functions there. for your CW. So just overall, what do I think about this radio? I still think it's excellent value. You can get them second hand now for, you know, under £500, and you get so much. Yes, it's a portable 10-watt radio, 5-watt with a battery, built-in battery. It has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Now Bluetooth isn't working with a speaker, which is a shame, because that's the one thing that everyone wants, but they don't seem to be able to do it. But they have added some Bluetooth and CIV type connections that are similar to the 705, so you can do things with Bluetooth and other external software that you couldn't before. And same goes for Wi-Fi. Why have Wi-Fi? It means we can talk to the Linux system wirelessly, but we can also do it via our USB connections. There's connections on the side. You can plug your, let's just see if I can get a better light on that. You can plug your mouse in, I'm pretty sure it's the host one, FTA, all those kind of things in the DEV port. You've got amplifier connection, keyer for your paddle or your CW key, SD card only for firmware, and then your microphone would go in there. Now the microphone that comes with it completely controls the radio, so it's a really nice quality microphone and works well. There is an internal microphone as well on this, and I was going to test that. And there's your microphone, and it is a backlit microphone. It just literally controls everything on the radio. You can manually type in the frequency, or you can select bands, you know, 40, 20, and it's just excellent microphone. Now you can select in the menu if you're going to use the internal or external microphone. So let's try that. We'll go general, set. Let's look for microphone. Have a look. Mic select here. So turn the MFK to mic select. It says auto at the moment. Change it to built-in, and we'll even unplug the actual microphone. Let's see if we get any audio come through when we TX. So we'll back out completely. PTT is on top, just there. It's quiet there. Let's get the power to nothing. We go settings, TX power. They've done this thing now where you can just sort of push TX, go to TX, and then just push the MFK, and it sets it up here. Power's 0.1 watts, so I'm not going to affect anyone. We're on a 9-to-1 Balun 20-meter wire. M0FXB, Mike 0, Fox X-Ray Bravo, Mike 0, Fox X-Ray Bravo. It's definitely working. So we'll do an audio test to see what that actually sounds like. So there's no microphone plugged into the radio. So you can walk around with this, have an antenna connected. I know it'd be a very long antenna. And you can use it like a walkie-talkie. We've got our adapter here, USB-C. And then it goes to USB. We're going to try our mouse in it. So we're going to plug it into the host. Not tested this yet. So it's just normal mouse, just a budget one. It looks nice, but it's just a budget mouse. Plug it into that same port adapter that we've got. And there you are. See the little mouse? See if it actually works. Not showing that it's selecting anything. But it's on the screen. Let's try the frequency. Yeah. Well, it's moving around. I'm not seeing it select anything. But maybe it's more useful when because you can run Ambien on this system and actually run it as a little mini computer, which is pretty cool. Anyway, it is showing the mouse. You can see the mouse spinning around. So that's enough for this test for now. Anything else? Oh yeah, memory, adding memory. So we're in VFO mode now. So on the top here at the front, memory and VFO. If we go to memory, and then we can memory edit, and then we can add things in. I think like so, save VFO, and we can even tag it. Look, if we hit tag, we can tag it, and you get a full keyboard, which is pretty good. Not sure how to get out of that, but you probably have to select the little X here. So go, probably should have gone backwards. Yeah, and exit. What did that say? Erase then. Let's erase memo. Okay, tag, and then you can mark it as well. I'm gonna look at, and then I've noticed you can change the scope width. So if you go radio set, let's find it. Probably in display settings. So you have one radio settings. That's most of the things you're going to use. Then you have radio set. So RIT, XIT, which would go up here in this window. Let's just select XIT. Select that. It's put it up here. So it hasn't put it here. So it looks like the RIT goes there. You've got the time UTC and the B section. Don't forget it has two VFO-A, VFO-B, and you get split mode as well. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Display settings. And then we've got the FFT span there. Let's select the MFK. Should put it up here. Now we're going to change the display span to the new sort of 12.5K. See the way it brings that right in now on CW. Apparently that looks really good. So let's just turn that up. See if we can find some CW. It's probably a bit too fast, but the idea is you can see, I don't know, the dots and the dashes, but let's try CW mode. Maybe if I change the RF gain. I think there are further settings in display settings. See that you've got you can change. Let's try the WF. Is it that one? I'm pretty sure you can change. Look, you've got averaging there. You can change these to, you know, you can increase and decrease the sensitivity of the scope. But anyway, you get the idea. I think it's pretty funky. So let's turn it down. Push volume, squelch, RF. Let's turn that right down. But yeah, I'm enjoying that. And you see how it's great fun. It's such a great fun radio. On the top, remember you've got AGC as well. When you tune, it looks like a little SWR meter here. If we tune away from that station, and then power's very low, we'll just tune. And look, that's like a little SWR meter, but it's also showing your ALC, as far as I can see. At the top here, split ATU, squelch, noise blanker, noise reduction, DNF, voltage here. They do say you should charge these up 4 times and let them fully discharge to get the best effects from the battery. There's your signal meter there. Let's just go to CW decode a minute, because that was quite fun, wasn't it? So we'll go CW. We're in CW. We'll go back to that. Turn it up. I haven't done the CW decode for a while, so I need to remember. That's the external speaker. Transforms how the radio feels. And then what we do, we just go message. Now we'll go app, modem, CW. I'm not even sure if this is even going to work now, because I've got to remember how to set it up. It says 20 here. Change that to 20. Oh, my eyesight is rubbish, can't hardly see that. Okay. I just need a bit more time with it. Okay, just playing around. So that's it really. So I said digi modes. And of course, digi modes all work out of the box with this built-in sound card. You can actually run FT8 inside this and have a screen running FT8. There's lots of videos on that. Let's just go back to normal mode. And this span I like is probably the 50 one.
Having a good sleep. GW4PUC, G4ICC. G4ICC, GW4PUC.
Do the noise reduction.
I see that you've got a new amplifier there, Mike, mate. 5 and 9 plus, up to 30 over. Yeah, 30 over, mate.
Speaker I'm using is an ICOM SP7.
Oh, I don't know. Father Christmas brought you a new 10 kilowatt amplifier, I think. That's a cracking signal. Absolutely brilliant. And you're really storming and everything. Nice to hear you. And sorry about the cracked tooth. No, that's a bug of it, yeah. I had a chip out of one of mine a month or two ago now.
So, in summary, it's a fantastic radio. I know Xiegu brought this radio out sort of unfinished, but it has all just been firmware. We haven't had any hardware problems. I mean, they could have tried to put in a better speaker, because if you look at things like iPhones and Galaxy phones, you can achieve a lot with a very small speaker. So I would say that the speaker could have been better, you know, being that this is a portable radio and it was going to be used outdoors a lot. But with an external speaker, it just sounds brilliant. And with headphones, it is excellent. So if they were thinking it from that point of view, they did well with the built-in battery, the BNC connector, and the built-in tuner. You buy the 705, you can't tune it. And all right, everyone says, well, take a resonant antenna, but even then, it always needs a bit of a tweak, doesn't it? So having that tuner at hand is really handy. And that's it. So 7.3, thanks for watching my channel. Catch you on air. Bye for now. Happy Christmas. Happy New Year.